Okay, here we are back in Telepath Tactics, and this is the Rebecca Flare recruitment battle. So you can see I have Meridian Reserve. Well, I thought for sure I'd have to go all the way to Albray to find you, Lon, yet here you are. You saved me a good half-day's march, and let me repay you with a quick death. So I'm recording this post-commentary. As a result, I kind of anticipate how long it would take me to read those screens, and I may miss some of them. Unfortunately, the text is smaller now, so it may take me a moment or two to recognize the word. But otherwise, on with the battle. So this is where you can recruit the Pyrokinetic, I think that's what they call Rebecca, but I'll point her out in a second. Okay, so right in front of the spear guy, you notice 2 squares down is a pyrokinetic character. That is Rebecca. You can recruit her just by sending one of the sisters up next to her and using the talk command, and then boom, you have your fire mage. She uses fire spells, as the name would imply, and our previous encounters with said types of characters, which means they can inflict the burn status effect. I haven't figured out yet if that does percent damage or flat damage, or how exactly the damage is determined. Unfortunately, right now, I got through the one part where the glitch was, game freeze was stopping me from moving, only to find another glitch which has once again stopped any form of progress. Neat, I know. So this fight, I think this is when I actually start to abuse knocking the enemy into water to take away their turn. I grow impatient. Come in, let's spill the blood of these miserable curs for Igor. So once again, it's just your simple stat stuff, or strategy stuff. You want to keep your flanks covered, and I probably should, well, there's the shove command, dropped a snare trap in front of that archer, so that since I plan on using Lakshmi, I guess it doesn't really matter. Plus, I'm strong enough to just one-shot the character. So with that one guy in the water, his turn is forfeit, which means I can have the rest of my team focus on the ones that remain. Since Emma packs one hell of a punch, I want her to attack the guy right up to his face. Basically try to set up the execute for the next turn. Sadly, Scarlet couldn't go in for the backstab on him, but I can go ahead and have Louise finish off the one guy. That leaves Gabrielle to potentially go for a pick-off, which she actually is able to do. So Farasat, not doing much this turn. He's still charging energy, which will come in handy for whoever the one guy's name is, Gunther, or something like that, I think. So Louise took an axe to the back, but she's a little sturdy. So right there he had to use the swim command. That costs him 2 energy points, so you can really neutralize mages by knocking them in there, since they have to sacrifice their energy to get out. And, I forgot what turn it is. A thief will spawn in the top left corner of the map to steal that chest. I want to move Scarlet in position to take it before the thief has the opportunity to. I don't think there was anything really special in there. If there was, it might have been lost to game glitches at this point. Sadly, the game is really, really unstable. So once again, I want to shove him in there, forfeit his turn, and I still get EXP off of this, so I can kind of abuse it a bit to do a flat 6 damage guaranteed, as well as generating EXP for the character, and I'm not using an item, so the only thing I have to worry about is just whether or not they will die from it. And I should actually look into seeing if Luis can heal an enemy. That way I could just farm someone by knocking them in the water, healing them with Luis, and so on. So if you see me knocking a lot of guys in the water and you're wondering why, it's just to farm EXP. So leaving Farasat stationary to keep channeling energy. Sadly, that snare kind of bit the big one. So that archer is on elevated ground. I don't know if that affects the accuracy of that arc shot or not. I've yet to see that actually connect from that one unit, so I don't know if the character just has low accuracy or what. And I don't know if I actually had Lakshmi do anything that turn. But if you're wondering about the archer in the corner, you can bring him down using Luis's kinetic pull. He will take fall damage, and then you can just have your guys jump him. And right here is the thief. So he can move again after attacking just like Scarlet can. So I need to destroy the chest and grab the loot before he can. Sadly, I can only do 4 damage to the chest while he does 5, so if I didn't do anything, they would have beaten me to the punch there. And I wanted to see what I picked up, but oh well. I don't think I'm actually probably going to ever showcase that, unfortunately. So the one guy is in water. He didn't have the energy to climb out, so he has to sit there. In the meantime, I can use the crossbow to take off about half that guy's health. Then I can move Farasat and use Light Blast to go ahead and finish the job. With him out of the way, that means I can move Madeline. So I get to go ahead and pick up the gold. And another guy eats an axe to the face. So I didn't want to screw around anymore. I finished that guy off. And I figure I'll have Emma down there finish off the guy that's going to come out of water next turn, but I think he goes up top instead. As for Luis, I realized there's no way I can actually safely pull the archer, so I'm not wasting the move. Yeah, he went top, so I have to have Lakshmi shoot him in the back. So Scarlet took a little bit of damage, emphasis on the little part. You can see Rebecca is going up top while I move Sabrina to the right, hoping I could maybe pull her to the right and then recruit her that way. Spear guys have 2 range. It'll be a little while before I recruit one. And Rebecca now came into range. So she set Madeline on fire. The burn stats effect, from what I have discovered so far, is kind of strong. I've yet to freeze an enemy to see how that works, but that may be sooner rather than later. So I have to pull back Luis. I want to kill that archer before I actually end the fight. Right here I was checking out the other move, how you can feed back the enemy, basically send the damage you take back at them. Not sold on the move yet, to be honest. So right here I was trying to figure out the best course of action, how to get out of here without dying. Scarlet is tanky enough to where she can kind of do that, plus that level up gave her more pierce resistance, more health, and she still can move. So I pop sprint here so that I can go down, grab the loot, and still have 6 movement points to go back up. This way I can create a small wall of sorts to prevent the enemy from getting in there on Luis. The archer, I think, can still shoot her across the little riverbank, but that's all I can do for now. Meanwhile, I can Mind Blast this guy, or I can hit him with Light Blast from the flank. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to kill him, sadly. Ah, an enemy. Behold the power of Rebecca Flare, Pyrokineticist. Pyrokineticist, you know, one who summons flame from the very air. Trust me, it's very impressive. Wow, I'm impressed already. That sounds amazing. I'd ask, though, with power like that, why are you fighting for a bunch of bandits? It's true, it's beneath me, but even a Master Pyrokineticist has to prove her mettle somewhere. Why don't you fight with us instead? We can be friends. Besides, your exploits will be more impressive if you're with us, fighting bandits and whatnot. You make a convincing point. Very well, I'm in. And like that, we now have Rebecca at our disposal. So I want to pick off the offensive units. You can see I went ahead and backstab, but sadly the spear guy can counterattack. So I want to weaken him, but I don't want the burn to secure the kill, because then I am denied a kill. It's really that simple. So I can Mind Blast this guy for the kill. I can grab that, and then bayonet him in the back. So more strength for Lakshmi. That crossbow packs one hell of a punch. Unfortunately, she's one of the glitched characters at the moment, so can't really exploit that. So this is the end of the turn. You can see Lakshmi took some backstab damage, but I don't know if you can actually one-shot a character in this game, which means she was fairly safe. So the battle ends, I believe, as soon as you defeat Gunther, which is why I don't want to. You're not even going to run away? You're making this too easy. So there was the counterattack. Mind Shield to heal the one guy who I sent swimming for the longest time. And he's in a bit of a bad spot. I can go ahead and use the bow on Gabriel to finish that guy off. And now, since I want to get the archer in the top left corner, that means I can't kill Gunther yet. So I have to put him somewhere where he will stay out of trouble. Meanwhile, one axe guy to clear up. As for Sabrina, I can go ahead and stab this guy in the back. It won't be enough to kill him, sadly. Light Blast, still not quite enough. And I can just bayonet this guy. So with Rebecca, I think I finish off the wounded guy rather than go for the one that just healed. By killing an enemy outright, you basically reduce the amount of DPS they have at their disposal, and as such, it's harder for them to kill you. So Gabrielle takes another axe. Might actually be her first one this battle. And now that one bandit has been topped off. Lucky me, I know. Means I get to whack him around a bit more. You kind of can farm people with the mage characters. It's just sooner or later the healer will run out of energy, and then you can try to wait around or just end the battle at that point. Shoving him back in. I guess part of the game is just tactics so that you have the right guy at the right place at the right time to make the right move. But it's also, to a certain degree, some preparation that takes place. Having the right stuff to actually live. Gain the maximum amount of coins and EXP when given the opportunity, all those things factor into how easy or difficult these games are. So right here, I just need to make sure I have enough energy left for the kinetic pull, and that I can keep casting so that I can still generate EXP on Luis. So now we're left with Gunther, the thief, the healer, and the archer. Right here I wanted to destroy my own trap to see if I could get EXP from it, but it turns out you cannot. And sadly that probably did count as a use of my axe. So Gunther thought he was going to pull a fast one on me and go to a different riverbank. Not going to work out for him. So right here I wanted to see if the healer had any items on him. He doesn't. And one kinetic pull later. He's outside of range, so I need to move forward one more. And here we go. So you can see fall damage, and now he's in a position to get blown the hell up. Now, from my experience with the Thief class, they have sky-high evasion, to put it mildly, and they also have a special modifier, I think, to where you're less likely to stab them in the back than some of the other characters. I don't know if I have enough footage yet recorded so that I can actually show the Thief before I have to wait for the glitch to be fixed. But you do get one eventually, and it's an interesting class. It thrives on assassinating people. Has special modifiers for attacks from the side and the back, as well as a special move that does like double damage to the back. So to answer one of my questions earlier, yes, the thieves can actually insta-gib you. I don't know about other characters. And the best way to deal with the thief is with magic, of course. So here I just want to make sure I farm optimally, gain the EXP on the characters that need it. Sadly, Lakshmi's bow does not have infinite range, so... Meanwhile, this sister, I can have her go ahead and drop another snare trap for more EXP. As soon as I hit level 20, I can start promoting characters, I think, so... Don't want to waste too many opportunities to get some free EXP. Yeah, we can go ahead and give Gunther a little shove. He climbs back out, and I think this is where the fight ends. I failed, but Fair will not. I'll see you in the underworld. He's not dead, don't worry. And as far as I know, there's no way to actually claim that bag of loot, because as soon as you beat him, the fight ends. You wanted to see me? Come in here. There's a rumor going around that you started to face armed resistance from the villages. It only happened once. I've dispatched Gunther to deal with the problem. Is this going to put the harvest behind schedule? It will delay us a few days at the most. No delays. It could cause a lot more disruption to our operations later if we let the resistance continue. It's important we nip it in the bud. I said no delays. We will do both. Both? Deal with the resistance and continue harvesting. We must not fall behind. But we are already harvesting with all our available men. Then go and harvest the damn slaves yourself if you have to. I apologize. I didn't realize the harvest was so urgent this time. The harvest is always urgent, Farah. We can always hire more men, but a trade partner like the mining company, that, we cannot afford to lose that. I understand. I'll make sure that is done. Good. Go. I'm counting on you. You, I know you're there. I can feel you. Show yourself to me. Crucius in a pit. I wish you wouldn't just appear like that. It's a shadowing, if you're wondering. Telepathy is immediate, Igor. Efficient. That is why we use it. You can recruit one later. You do not need to keep showing up like this. You will have the slaves on time. Will we? Your associates seemed uncertain. You have my word. Can one trust the word of an illiterate animal? Well, I suppose we will have the answer to that riddle soon enough. Do not forget, Igor, you are expendable. You can always be replaced. I will be watching. Meanwhile. Hey, Emma, Sleeping Beauty is finally waking up. I'm alive. You really are a sharp one, ain't ya? Thanks, Madeline. I can take it from here. Glad to hear it. I think I hear a bottle of rum calling my name. What are you going to do to me? Well, that depends on whether you want to make yourself useful or not. I was just doing my job. Really, so you don't just enslave innocent people and attack travelers for the fun of it. Good to know. Tell me, where do the slaves go when you sell them? I don't have to tell you nothing. True, on the other hand, I don't have to keep you alive, which I think represents your more pressing concern. I have all the time in the world. Let me go. Let me think about that one. How about no? If you want to go, then you need to start talking. Like I said, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Well, I believe that's true for the most part. I do think you would know where the slaves are sold. I'm not involved in that part. I just do the gathering. Farah oversees all of that. Farah, huh? Who is this Farah exactly? You'll be lucky if you never find out. Farah can outfight anyone on this island blindfolded. You? She'd put someone like you into sausages without breaking a sweat. She sounds lovely. Where can I meet her? You're that stupid, huh? North and east, about a day's march. Perfect. Thanks for your help. I ain't telling you my name, girl. Now let me go. You're a captive little piggy. Maybe I'll let you go one day, if you learn to ask real nice. Looks like I finally have a quiet moment here. Maybe I should talk to some of my companions. And I'm gonna go down the list, yes. Hello, Gabrielle. Emma, just the woman I wanted to see. I wanted to say, I'm really impressed with your sword work. You may not say much, but you get straight to the point. Was that another joke? Yes, thank goodness, you're starting to catch on. To be honest, I was beginning to fear you'd never notice these little quips of mine. I guess some of us aren't equipped for it. Emma. What? You just punned. I did? Yes, quip and equip. You know, Farside won't let me corrupt him with my punning, because he is a big fuddy-duddy. I was afraid he might be like that too. Oh, I'm so happy, Emma. We are going to be spending a lot of time together. I will get you punning with the best of them in no time. Great. Hello, Farsad. I hope you're feeling well. I was thinking, it would be nice if you told me more about yourself. Of course, Emma. I feel I must apologize for my circumspection back in Adelbray. It pays to be cautious when dealing with an interest as powerful as the Viber Mining Company. Now, about me. Gabrielle and I come from the mainland city-state of Rivendell, many weeks north of here by ship. I'm a librarian by trade, though obviously I've had some training in the psychokinetic arts, practicing my psi with some purpose in the past few months, largely out of necessity. Why is that? Our brother Samir disappeared on a trip to the archipelago approximately 2 years ago. We ran into you several months into our search. Luck, persistence, and assiduous attention to detail has brought us this far, but I fear that knowing Samira will require more than that. You mentioned the Viber Mining Company before, and while I'm going through this fast. Shadowlane Republic, etc., etc. I have heard rumors that the Viber Mining Company, something about considerable influence here in the Dundar Archipelago. I believe rumors, and the only way... Wow, you may need to pause this to read it. I can't really make out some of the small text. Luis, I want to learn more about you. But of course, we've never been properly introduced, have we? I'm Luis LeGermain, a simple entertainer, prestidigitation with just sleight of hand. Simple misdirections for simple people. Yeah, I'm not gonna try reading this. I just can't read the small text as I go through it. And this is where we'll be picking up next time. Our first fight where all the characters have to be used. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.